FM 895 official. TikTok so at Sikka FM. No ko Twitter so at Sikka FM. San se bi gina ye guche hwa. Wo da bi ehwe da fe wo do comment egu and se be di be numre yi. Ne eni tie sem for of last kwajabo akra 95 years or so the project at the baye. Na se di be di magboti ebi nie. Finance Minister Dr. Muhammad Abin Adam Edenwa ko be na so de fie. Bidia budget review no oda ko tu no chese road to no jigu ye no sisi ade aba no abontimpo obibi hu.
Na South Finance Minister Koya so assign at the atudo okaye mu nsensem o chese food and jobs plan for food and jobs so what the mu nsensem na so what the eba.
Majority leader Oko Bachi Fiorian for Alexander Afidjan Mackenzie was the finance minister why de papa de no hu yentia wa chese papa yi ayade.
Na sanso ana minority da yewura kezo atofo sin ya wa chese media budget review. As you say, finance minister de Kofia and that day which I didn't gana for your pa no and pay edibai.
Minister of Lands and Natural Resources young for some Abujina po which I say abano de wajo tumpa pa so share and yakuya but do ma be drop so yensa krayem nigina edna kwantempo a wo hwe na sentima ekosoi.
And some way now for binom ana adwenwe ya chance de ebem sekase abo. Yena ya chance ade kase ebe me kwame ofori abuaje Elder 0 millimeter.
Jide ansa de wo afi agyanto akwane so ai ne mesonsompa.
Sikka FM Trakwan yen ye kro 89.5 Sikka FM.
Sikka FM 89.5 Yes Suma Santimai. Sikka FM 89.5 Yes Suma Santimai.
Yes, Suma Santimai Ghana my anafia friend na my fiase na me do call ma chebe be fie. Uko ma chebe fie dey ana finance minister Ghana for to some for Dr. Muhammad Abin Adam onya kwanya sonko no koja ma chebe fie. Dinya e bidia ba to video ho sensem ana jode ko ye. Na me kwa wo bobo mo cheche nsem wo do ni no bia. Ehia no for ties ya no akomesika me yakoduro. Na nsenke mu ana so wache chemu se aban abon ho mode papa na esi aban no aye na dwen se to Who's and so ya or Jugu no or Sabe Hasie na Abazin Yakoba Duma 2025 Nimu and a Regina with me Abamu. The Ban Abon Tim Panysebi of Hase Keke, Nemum of Nomami and G. Ejina Swa, a bar, Tobutino or Twin say, and now Pesebe maybe or Memono. Abano at me at Science share also our home. A new one Abano Abon Tim was a Abazania 2025 and a Benina with me as in it Mamboa. Debbie a Jamba Provincia, finance minister teaching. Ewo dema wo bebre no aba no ti message na ewo hu na record media ba ya TV eto material fe nyina nim da gana fo nyina so atibie no agegem se to butu no de ntia aba no beso sade ba bie o ogina so echeche mu de ntia aba no beso sade eba.
Mr. Speaker, government will also develop a framework for the reintroduction of road and bridge tolls to facilitate the processes for the implementation of a modernized and efficient road and bridge tolling system commencing in 2025. Government undertook to ensure that we will have stability and also ensure that the economy continues to grow. Government also continued the implementation of ongoing programs and seeks in this mid-year review to provide an update on the progress and the outlook for the rest of the year. Mr. Speaker, government is determined to improve road infrastructure in the country. This has been done through the construction of new roads and the upgrade and maintenance of old ones. The rehabilitation and maintenance of road infrastructure nationwide are at various stages of completion. This includes the Abosu Boinzan ongoing roads, Winibaka Aswa, Karaga Town roads, Bushabu Town roads, Tolong Daboya roads, Nanton Karaga Bushabu Highway, Sefuwa Town roads, Accra Kumasi roads, and many other roads. Some of the completed road projects include the Diasova, Esienchim, Manshia, Anchi, Ajeko, Deborah Camp, and others, Sunyani and Bekum inner city roads, Atenubu Town roads, Asimfosu, Lumpwa, Koko Station, Kohu Tafu, Miasu roads. Mr. Speaker, in addition, the following major roads are at various stages of completion. The rehabilitation of the Tamale-Tatali road, phase 2 of the Tema motorway roundabout, construction of the flyover over the Accra-Tema motorway, from the Flower Point roundabout on the Spintex route to East Legon. Construction of the Phase 2 works under the Swami interchange, dualization of the Sarong of Anko Road, works on the Aguna Mponta Tapa route, works on the Domi Kitasi road, and Phase 2 of Obichiri Lamti interchange and ancillary works.
Ednia wetie finance minister Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam no ko be so fi waje chim aba no no ma bebre no an 1 years wo bom amane no wache ade cheye no edu achi ana sia nso sia wo no aba no de siri ni so de no ma wo don so person wa ye de fa internal generated fan no ho no de nso achi mu ade cheye e wo machine fie.
In line with his commitment to ensuring full disclosure of retained internal generated funds by public institutions, government has deployed the Ghana.gov platform to over 1,500 public institutions and also rolled out the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System, GIFMIX, to 287 IGF-reliant public institutions. As at the end of June, 140 public institutions, including GRA, had gone live and received payments through the platform, totaling 56.4 billion cedis, an increase of 34.6% compared to the same period in 2023. Mr. Speaker, for the rest of the year, the Ministry of Finance will deepen engagement with both GRA and relevant stakeholders to effectively implement policy, administrative, and regulatory measures to ensure that the revenue targets are met. Mr. Speaker, to broaden the tax base, a simplified digital solution for the operationalization of the modified taxation scheme will be deployed, as well as an electronic bookkeeping system. Additionally, 2,000 more taxpayers will be onboarded onto the electronic invoicing system, the EVAT system, by the close of the year. DRA will also continue with the cleaning of the taxpayer register and onboard more taxpayers onto these electronic systems, improve the taxpayer experience and compliance. In addition, GRA will continue to enforce and enhance data sharing with other tax jurisdictions to boost revenue mobilization. Government will reinstitute the integrated property tax system by synthesizing data from MMGA's lands valuation, ECG, and other relevant government agencies. Create a comprehensive digital property record database that will transform property data management and ensure a more efficient and accurate property tax system. Mr. Speaker, to enhance revenue mobilization by IGF-reliant government entities, discussions will be held around provisions of incentives to those institutions that exceed their revenue target for the year. The Ministry will continue the deployment of the Ghana.gov payment platform to remaining public institutions and ensure that all those already onboarded go live. Additionally, the outstanding activities for the full rollout and utilization of the GIFMIX for the processing of IGF expenditures will be completed by the end of the year.
Ednia wetie Ghana Photosan for Finance Minister Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam wacheche masuje fie internal generated fund kwa odo aba no de gu akwemu opeso jeje ni gina dinetumi buada fe Ghana economy timi gya na moso no wacheche mi se ebie no obetumi ato afa ho kwa odo obefa so abo so nia no wacheche mu digital word nso ewo mu nso obeyini mu kinya na fe timi aboa anu wache mu tiawa ade amaye
yenna Finance Minister Semiyam na osan edoman enwane sojo efo so ewura ekwaye mu ensemu na se de wusi eba manye wose abano ewo pepase kwambia so behwe na enuane nso atimi abusu ewo maimu pan kogoba se bewiase na Ghana ye pebra yenya ye pedua yenya tokọ na sefo eno nso yenya mugra na ye pebia yenya ochese Davida the sentin Ghana ban ebo modern bia se eye planting for food and jobs no eno phase 2 no wo be hyem kena papa sania ebeye beboa pa ama enuane so atumi abusu ewo magana so mu eno nti aban no ene ankwankwa ni makoni na ebe ka bom se ne be ya omo ebetumi afa anasa bo ni padodo na mo nya dwuma so aye se ne be ya kwambia so kwayemo so ebetumi akonkan ni okiremu a eniba base 10,000 people ns ekobasa dwumadie ne ekoso betumi edumo ho awura mu kwayemu na afe adwane so atimi agyan so ewo magana so mu yentie onumnyamfo na yewura Muhammad Amin Adams.
Mr. Speaker, we prioritize the agricultural sector due to its far-reaching impact on the economy and livelihoods. To improve our food security, we are implementing the Enhanced Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2. Through this program, we introduced the input credit system and adopted technology-driven platforms, enabling farmers and value chain actors to operate transparently and efficiently. Mr. Speaker, to support the private sector in enhancing fish and aquaculture production, scaled up the supply of premixed fuel since January 2024. Additionally, we are also partnering with private enterprises and are providing employment to about 10,000 people to expand and venture further into aquaculture. Mr. Speaker, government has remained focused on expanding the economic enclave projects under the Ghana Cares program. We scaled 50,000 acres of land to ensure security of tenure and de-risk agricultural investments, thereby attracting private sector involvement in the cultivation of rice, maize, soya, poultry, grains, vegetables, and animal husbandry. At the Kusula EEP in the Greater Accra region, government has taken significant steps to de-risk private sector operations for the cultivation of rice, including the completion of 18 kilometers of feeder routes from Topoli Junction on the main Accra-Ada road to the enclave, extension of 18 kilometers electricity to the enclave, development of a 20-kilometer irrigation canal for consistent water supply and year-round farming. Additionally, we have trained about 500 youths on agricultural entrepreneurship through a $6.1 million partnership with the MasterCard Foundation.
And you are Yewura Muhammad Amin Adam na your man son ahine na so man so for your man 7 year ensam so and abucha for motin kan say wobobo ensam so fa kwan ya ba no e fa so na kwaye so motumi apeja e wo man so emu isi e wo se onya ankwankwan me kan abom sane be yo motumi afa enipa mako empimdu e wo adwuma mu na boa amamo so atumi abawura kwaye mu amana ma nyina so atumi akwe na owie no wonfan so ho a wo san editu masejafo enimu say eye 2024 media budget ya bekin kai ede akyere wo nya de se aban no ese pisika foforo bi abia se wo rekodi dwuma so bi na mum de wo ho na ene wo ne bobo bra yentie no.
Mr. Speaker, these investments are historic and unprecedented. They make a significant difference in our lives as a nation. To achieve the core objective of economic transformation, we must keep at it. Mr. Speaker, we must complete this together. We will continue to prudently manage public finances and protect the vulnerable. We will support enterprises through our SME Group program, invest in agriculture to impact inflation, address food imports, and preserve forest exchange. We will invest in roads that advance trade integration and productivity. We will improve housing delivery and optimize land use. We will promote the digitalization drive to improve service delivery. Mr. Speaker, we must do this for the sake of the market women who promote trade in our country. We must do this for the future of school children and young graduates. We must do this to support working parents to build their families. We must do this to enable our businesses set up and step out to take advantage of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. We must do this to protect and care for widows, the aged, and the disadvantaged in our society. We must do this because it is possible. A lot more is possible. Mr. Speaker, we are using this same mindset of possibilities to confront the economic challenges we have faced. Already, we are seeing results. In this mid-year fiscal policy review, we are not seeking additional resources to spend. Rather, we are trying to stay the course within appropriation. Our progress has informed our proposal to reinstate the fiscal rule on the 5% deficit threshold, which we suspended in 2020, and we expect this to take effect in 2025. Let us continue this path with hope and the unwavering belief that together we can achieve greatness. We are building a Ghana that is more inclusive, that is more sustainable, and that is more transformed. Let us rise to the challenge. Let us work together and let us build a future that is worthy of our highest aspirations.
Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam na ono na finance minister man Ghana mu ya na wako man message fie na say 2024 media budget no sini boaboa ko kenkai so e de ekire e message afo ne bia to Ghana fo nyina na wakire mu se kwan bia so no emfa no ha wa ye fa mu se de ho chesi tie ne no ma se ekro ne nyina no aban no ehwe se won kwaje sika bia every message afo ho no na fi won fa mo ne bra ne bum ndi ho budget dada no a eno a ɛna wɔde ɛbɛbɔ ne bra
ida so ɛwɔ brahyɛ bɛgye fie na Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam Ghana photo samfo den so ɔkɔ bɛgye fie senkro na mu media budget review ɛna ɔpɛde ne nsa ɔgyina hɔ na mfo ɔkyekyi with the speaker de ɔma hɔ gyina ɛne sɛ amano ɛbɔ ne ho mɔde papa wɔkyekyi ne nyina mu wie no akyi ana majority leader ɔkɔ bɛgye fie ɔnyafo Alexander Afenyo Mackenzie wɔkyekyi mu no ɔgye sɛ papa wɔbɔ mɔde papa na papa ne nkase mu no free sɛ ɔba bɛgye fie wɔda ne wɔbɛkyekyi mu no ɔsɛdi no ankuru sɛ ɔpɛde ne nkase wɔka bia no ɛyɛ sɛ ɔkasa wana na wɔde bibia bata ho ɔkasa we ya de ɔbɛka bia na no mfom ana nsɛm ɔkeka nyina figures bi ɔbɛma bia sɛ aba no ayi sei aba no tumi ama sika sei aba no tumi bibi sei di nyina na ɔbɛka bia no wotumi sɛ so na poso na ɛsɛ babia no a ɛsɛ no akyea na ne nyina no wɔgye sɛ papa na bɔne ho mɔden tie nyina yɛ na mo sɛ finance minister watumi agyina na mo so na ɔba matwedwe fie ne sɛ ɔka nyina no ɛyɛ nsɛm korɔgye na efie ne kika bia ɛnya de sɛ ɛwɔ ho de no akyie no ana wɔgye sɛ donkum a wɔn matwedwe fie nsɛmpa bi sei na yɛ osie nyina yɛhwɛ na fie etumi so asene mu ne etumi boa da ɔmanje kyɛ etumi kɔ edim ne etumi ma yɛ nyina yɛ ho ɛtɔ yɛ na sɛdeɛ majority leader okɔ matwedwe fie nyamfo Alexander Afenyo Mackenzie ɛkyɛkyɛ sɛdeɛ finance minister adeɛ wayɔ ne ne mɔne ma wɔbɔ ɛwɔ ne media budget review a ɔkɔgyina matwedwe fie ne de watumi ayɛ a ɔka sɛ de wakenkan nyina no ɛyɛ korɔgye na panyin no ɔsɛ abasobɔ.
The statement, as we all know, was limited to known facts. Mr. Speaker, for instance, the minister has walked us through some major interventions. One, that the school feeding program, which was previously being patronized by 1.6 million Ghanaian children, is now being patronized by 4 million Ghanaian children. In other words, 4 million Ghanaian vulnerable children are benefiting from the school feeding program. Mr. Speaker, again, the minister has simply told us that today, 2024 budget, 6.5 billion has been allocated for the NHIS as compared to 1.6 billion in 2016 by those who are in opposition today. I mean the John Mahama government. Mr. Speaker, leave. These are mere comments, introduction. These are not debates. Mr. Speaker, leave. Mr. Speaker, leave. As of 2016, when they left and they couldn't perform and they left, it was just 49 million that they spent. Mr. Speaker, today government is spending 423 million Ghana cedis to cover many people, many of our vulnerable. Mr. Speaker, it is also clear that in 2015-2016, they made some provision in the budget to support education. At the end of the academic year, they had released only 12 million out of the 25 million that they allocated. Mr. Speaker, it is clear from the minister's statement that as of today, government is spending in excess of 400 million Ghana cedis on education. That is the free SHS, which they couldn't implement. Mr. Speaker, these are not matters for debate. These are facts. Mr. Speaker, the IMF program, the minister has said it, and Mr. Speaker, nobody had any cause to question the minister when he said we are on course with the IMF program. We are on course as compared to 2016, when around this time the IMF came and packed off. The program at the time had derailed because our friends who are in opposition today and were in government at the time could not live up to expectation. Mr. Speaker, the minister has told us that the country must be rest assured the economy is in competent hands. The economy is in the hands of those who understand how to bring back an economy. Mr. Speaker, they have nothing to say, and I'm cautioning the minority leader who is likely to get up after me that don't introduce unnecessary debate. Limit yourself to the facts.
Abisiani awutie majority leader nyamfo Alexander Afenyo Mackenzie na nkase odu se fie wo kuru papa nyize digina se finance minister Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam ko matwedwe fie den se wode ba gina no de bekam bia no huni se efini nkam bia no se meka se mawie no donkuma no ba no doni wero metna wa maye bibia chubo bia den se no kure no na opadi no aka wabana baso ewu mu no
na yewura Afenyo Mackenzie awie na pe na speaker so ma yewura Sikka Kase3 6Pm so ekwan esanze wono na woye the minority leader Efedom kuma no mba no deni ene no hye no gyan no say Mr. Speaker ma tete sankofo no tudum bi se abemu wiampa abema wiama wo mo eje se mo opposition the opposition na abemu ede ama wo mo esanse eye media budget ya finance minister ede ebe fia ene dai nanka Ghana for the mo hwe nyina ene senka ba yeno ko ba be gyina ho eno nko a 11 metwam kra me na de afiri ho na de se taxes ni bebrebe no enka wo yi afiri ho ma kwanya we na se ko ya enso want me amfasa ko ne anyi tax na for wan ka bia sembia wono so wan fa new policy bia afa na je se akwakwa se budget de ba ye empty se taxes na Ghana for ahwe ni mu senka obey so edi FNS want to me anyahwe eno na wo chese sa budget ya bani edi bai eye miss opportunity afi wa kire mu se ise omano ehyenkofo bia jese omo nsam no emre ade se eye ajato se to omano ase aye autopilot na se onwane se ya otimere na ekro ento fi se de ne yewura Muhammad Ami Adam edi ba fie honum se sie no enso bia enyamu sa na anye Ghana for the essence taizan ko free one and yet say oh na yentie no.
Mr. Speaker, I heard my colleagues singing Abemewie, but I just want to say that indeed Abemewie, you're on your way to opposition. You're on your way to opposition. Mr. Speaker, at the very least, Ghanaians expected that this media review would have removed or abolished a number of taxes that has made Ghana a high tax regime to the extent that businesses are moving out of our country and the ordinary Ghanaian is actually leaving the shores of this country. For example, COVID levy, e-levy, yes. Dollar tax on domestic electricity, emission levy. Mr. Speaker, this is a missed opportunity. Mr. Speaker, instead, the minister did not announce one single new policy. The minister did not introduce new ideas. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, Ghana is on autopilot. Our economy is on autopilot. Mr. Speaker, I'm shocked today to have noticed that Appendix 2A, page 107 of the minister's media review and economic policy. This government has already missed IMF program already. Mr. Speaker, they have missed the target already. Mr. Speaker, I refer you to Appendix 2A above the line. Arrest clearance. Above the line. This government, contrary to the IMF program that we should not accumulate any arrests, have accumulated new arrests worth 4.5 billion Ghana cedis. And you are here saying what? That we have. Mr. Speaker, let me read. Mr. Speaker, let me read. Arrest payables. Arrest clearance. Mr. Speaker, in the original budget, this government has programmed zero for the first half of the year. Meanwhile, in the media review, Appendix 2A, provisional, they have actually incurred new arrests worth 4.5 billion. And you are saying what? Mr. Speaker, we are ready to debate now.
Dr. Kase3 6Pm was a former and canons and no fu or say most Abamu and Abamu Samo composition tea more Bamhona Monquesan said yeah a year Muhammad Adams or de Eba and dear one for Bia and Farmer police and some quad Eba and Farmer for times I would do a crescent car will you through crowns and so went to me a missed opportunity now more crown on the say no more man autopilot.
But you free autopilot once and same way. Namfe Yanko, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, for Samu Abu Jinapo. It was when I couldn't on Chimu say Abano, no, so the Baba to pa. Don't can say Abano was committed, what you to be a moon or peso her, then your peso or can you say Abano show you go when we saw more may and at least you would say a quay a show as a baby was sitting in Ghana. The economy agent and also Ghana by a jet to Miss Obedi Gina. nyina ansa kra na ne bre atumi aso na ne se kenyina chechi mu sa ba no esi ahwehwe no ma ekoso o Ghana fene ba bia o yesia na akwantempa wo no bebredu a ha se esi ado won eyiyi ana fe supanso yenya ednom na sebe kwa de ese no so yenka no bebre health insurance schemes ahodo ne nma ese tuan boa ye ndada tete mu na nyina nso enya ho emfaso bebre no aba de ese nyina agu akwan mu edno oje odyanfo someone abu jina po ochechi mu se aba no de wono ngasa de waje tumba papa so ma no ne epese ejina na monso kwan ye ne yepe obeye afa ensu papa ne yepa no ni nyina so obeye na ni nyina okeke ni nyina ya ahogeka so nko a aba no adan na die ne ne ohunu ewo mamu no edo no waje se Ghana ba o hwe ni omami a wo ye o mamu a echeze apa no ngasa ni mudie ni waje tumi se o man no obeze che ne pa na o cheze Ghana fo nyina ye hwe na fe ye mfa ye support ye chita ye mpa ye boy bibia ensu bi no man entimi ejina brand na Ghana economy no edo nso ejina brand ni ye se ni ye ne ntuma no pani nko antimi se ne sa ne mom ni o che ne se Ghana ba isia de o ho se bibia mu no man ye ho ebetimi ato Minister of Lands and Natural Resources onyamfo samo abugina po echie mu de ntia o kan de Ghana ban ajetu so wo ye nyina.
The point about fiscal discipline doesn't mean that you stop all projects. No, we have a program, and the roads minister, as you see, has been very busy. He's been very active, and he's shown a lot of dynamism in that sector. And we're going to continue to build roads. We have an envelope for roads, and that is going to continue. We're going to continue to build water. We're going to continue to provide water. We're going to continue to build hospitals. We're going to continue to build infrastructure, and we're going to continue to put in place a welfare scheme which will cushion those who are vulnerable. But also, what fiscal discipline means is that you stay within your program, you stay within your budget, and the finance minister is determined to stay within his budget. And you also see that this is a government that is thought through the issues, that has a program, that has a plan, and with the support of the Ghanaian people, God willing, we will build a new economy, we will build, we will repair our national economy, we will repair our public finances post-COVID-19, and by the grace of Almighty God, when they give Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia a term, come January 2025, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, the economic guru that we know him to be, will build on the legacy of Akufo-Addo, will build on what Finance Minister Amin Anta is doing, and Ghanaians will now begin to see the real fruits, the real positive fruits of the hard labor that we are putting in place.
Ednia Wetie, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Udnyamfo Samuel, Abu Jinapod, Wachi, we say, Abandon with your one papa, Nina, round with Castle Qua, a war pedinima, as we jump on Wien and Cassim, what did you say, Bequabatos, Wayan Casa, Doctor Mahmoud Miantie, but to Abano at the Abano, maybe be a muno, a home at Miantoy.
Yanko Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, you take one more Akachi, what I say, and when the woman got about 10 years more, a catcher a year. College of Education Teachers Association of Ghana Sitak for say one more strike now, one more air corner or museum Nama Quine and one more sanko and a physical crown one sign a catcher controller and accountant general department say a year Sitak for you members of my country a second month July no mono me my and from mom is and someone you never been paddy 1 year Juma so one sir one for time a catcher be and go for the whole of July one more uncle Juma dia and your controller on chair Moka kra isa se utwa waka eno enam emna kwan so esa na asemi baba beto dai esa na sitak fo so babo nika se de hene ha kwan bia so be register se kwan bia so mutu yesu ye di besi mutu yesu ye di besi isa se de anamo a yesu ye tuo no ya anamo pa ya enanam na so ya emane ma ye ho ekwa isa se ne ba na kwakwa transe aye nhihye ye sa ba no ede ye dwena nso nya de se watumi ede aye dwena nti eno ye ko eno nti se atwa na ne kwan so a eno ntumi emeka se controller for moma entweka na ne na eye incentral so assign Abusa Ghana Tertiary Education Commission for some most of kind sitak for baby no mosin ya so jina bi jina ye de yasmo ye kan se controller ma onchi omo eka na Director General ede ema eye GTech eye Professor Ahmed Ejinapo one central for Asia we do sansem etomonim na wasan ede atede eto eye strike for yi so wo mom ko strike yi so ze wo se omo de omo ye bia eye wo mom ko class ko kira de.
I think it's based on logic. As you are aware, CTAC have not been in the classroom since June 14th. Today is July 23rd. That is more than a month. And in this country, we use what we call a salary. You need to be validated before you are paid. And that validation is informed by your presence at your workplace. How are you at work? You've been at work since the beginning of the month. CTAG members have not been at work since 14th. So by logic, it means that they cannot be validated. So the reason why they are not being paid their July salary is because they are not at posts. And it's a very simple, straightforward answer. So I want to use this podium or this medium to reiterate the call on CTAG for them to call off their strike. The thorniest issue had to be for them the discrimination in terms of migration, where some will be migrated onto the university scheme of service, whilst others will stay on the harmonized scheme of service of the colleges of education. This is not going to happen. All staff and faculty are going to be migrated onto the scheme of service of their affiliate universities.
Where are you, Professor? I'm Jinapo, one Director General at the Jite Kwana. Watch say, watch it in some watch say at the chef for your more echo more teaching. My intro more kind of principals and I intro more a Kaisan, so more Mukujuma, the chef will be a Kajuma. It's the trouble car in the controller. You hear Papa so and Trump can watch it. And I was saying at the said yes, so at the ato a year, sit for any say, or mama ding. Na woman kwa classroom kwa chade
classroom ne die wo so moko me friend back or akokere o friend mo say na dogina untumi nkasa ma mo enya yi say o friend na utumi say na ne raho na raho pa ebino
mo ne nam kra bi kra do akwa judgment wo yi
ende de kure
hadwen che for ni school man say na school na yo ebasa
enye easy di yesro mo a omunko na omunko chira de na
ya ka chiro ne ya ka chira ban so ban
so wonye bi aban kokwa ban yo fa mo je se so be ko wa kan de betumi kokwa ban
de ha adwene se ko no makwa transi e no mo nyina adwen ko benkuro mo aka se bia me na wo ni ya transi adwene won se you have 2 cities and Konkoma Ebia
Dikin.
That you do say the command.
I am your Dikin so try na twi and
basa na
ha dwen as Albert and Dikin so help
you ka so no ba
we ndi you ka so dey bi mo na Dikin so help say o so de ba ti gogwa ba yesrew yesrew a ye nuanom wo ho o mo frefre ye dodo mo si ye nso ye wa de ye nka bi ndi yesrew adawro ma ye nso ye ka bi ise ye nefa mo ejina we so da fe no bire no nsia ka se gbojina ye fansi akenkanfo na numere yi eye me bere masam coffee Douglas Jidin ansa no wo bene
Kwame Ofori Abwaje Elder Zero
Ofo TV manager
the CEO
Massa we neyi
Ofo TV
the CEO
Mamentia the CEO of Fab Dream Farms Fab Dream Farms awo putuja oyoko se afie wie de ibedi na Matthias Strong Adams so akarete je kese power sentiment mo se so mechiara na ibe
yes la ko dia ba memfa happy birthday yenko happy birthday we eko dia ma Ivy Abache happy birthday we free Fia Sikka or Ansan Estate or say who you want can ene udwa woda twediam po bashara no kan wono mu na o shaw o manu dia so kokra ni upe bia no ebremu enfama na afei machia the Heart Smiles Orphanage manager Mr. Owusu Douglas or the CEO uraye ama Bonsu on the entire family ni na echiamo na machia obey Emmanuel Boachi Yadom Prof Michiano international program director of international programs and partnership National Youth Wing Prof Obey Yakubu Chidampo Oshada Feji Ghana Enterprise Agency CEO Urai Kisi Yankee you start omu ye juma papa intermediate na hasiye nyeije yesem for peri falasa kojabo akra 95 years unkita puma ona soso kroje edema ye ni bekin kadam Emilia ada obo ni no edemana fe dikin papa ono so about agriboot odi e call Facebook live ma wonya ehwe na fe Evans Evans, yes, champion my Evans, and the Dibacon Wana Evans, and the Ebi, Bishop Grady, and Meddy and Kayina, so. Extra Musen, I hope I had my Ebesia, Tisica 89.5, yet share a tea for na Momunya Daji, Itia, in the Pia Mutia and Sono, a chamo, yes, I could ye, Jumedi and Kay Etoso, Edama Sikka 89.5.
The only radio station that plays the great songs you love back to back.
It's not repetitious, it's just really unique.
And that's because we just give you a better music variety.
It's great. A lot of my friends listen to it at work.
The only radio station that plays the great songs you love back to back.
It's not repetitious, it's just really unique.
And that's because we just give you a better music variety.
It's great. A lot of my friends listen to it at work.
The only radio station that plays the great songs you love back to back.